What is going on, everyone? It's theRealKaaayle back with another Mortal Kombat 1 video. So, the last video I uploaded, I did a pretty cool video. Seems to have garnered a lot of attention, a lot of discussion, and you guys absolutely love this video. Thanks for all the hits on this video. About 100 likes on this one. So, on this video, do yourself a favor. If we could get to about 50 likes on this video, that would be very, very great. And you guys can see the title already what this video is about. So, on the last video, some of you guys made it very clear that I did the 3D era of Mortal Kombat characters very dirty on my roster prediction. And you know what? I have to admit, I did. Well, and for two reasons. One, I honestly, y'all gonna kill me for this, not too crazy about the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. And I, for one, started playing Mortal Kombat during that era. Mortal Kombat Deception was the first Mortal Kombat game I actually ended up owning for myself. Played Deadly Alliance before, but Deception was the first one I owned on my own home console. But anyways, we're gonna pick a couple of characters that I think from the 3D era would be worth seeing in this game that I would like to see. So, the criteria for this, 3D character, for those of you who don't know, 3D era Mortal Kombat basically represents a character that rose to prominence or their first appearance comes from the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. So the 3D era is just, the games were in 3D, kind of like Tekken and Soul Calibur. I think the reason why they went that direction is because I think at the time, Soul Calibur and Tekken were the most popular fighting games on home console. So Mortal Kombat, when it was known as Midway, when they were underneath Midway Games, not NRS, they did 3D era of games on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and I believe GameCube and Wii. Those were that generation of consoles. And the 3D era games composed of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, and Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So basically, we're picking from that era of characters, and we're gonna start with number 5. Should be no surprise to anyone, but I'm starting this person at number 5 because I put them on my roster before. So Kenshi is, I think, is the best 3D era character. Easily. He's the best one. You can see there was a lot of people that are asking for him back in the new Mortal Kombat. I think his presence was sorely missed in 11. He was a fairly popular character in X based on the story and based on people who play with him online. He was DLC in 9. He was very strong in that game. And I think a lot of people want to see him return. What's not to like about him? He has very cool powers. He has a really cool design. He has relationships with some very popular characters such as Scorpion and Takeda. He absolutely hates Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. I think he's perfect for Mortal Kombat 1, and I really would like to see him return, and very curious to see how he would play. Right, the next character I would like to see return is Nitara. Not a big fan of Nitara overall, but I think that this is a pretty cool character to see in a new age Mortal Kombat game, primarily because of her design. I think a lot of Mortal Kombat fans are kind of missing the unique character designs, kind of like monster-like enemies. I think that's why a lot of people liked to see Predator, they like to see Goro, they like to see Alien. Collector wasn't that popular, but I think a lot of people appreciated his design overall, and I think we should get a little bit crazier with the characters in the series going forward. Bonus points for her being a female character, but I think they could make some interesting gameplay stuff considering her abilities. So Nitara is a vampire, so she can have abilities that consist of biting, maybe like command grab like attacks. She'll be able to suck blood from, her opponents, so maybe she'll be able to heal over time. Maybe like based on how many times she bites you, she can get her health back. She can enhance her abilities that way. She has wings, guys. Like, thinking about the combo potential with having a fly on flight combos, like similar to like Spectre or Ermac in Mortal Kombat X. I think stuff like that sounds really, really cool. Um, she seems kind of morally ambiguous, and I do think that they've been kind of hinting her returning into one of the spotlight in one of the later games. Because she was featured in the Mortal Kombat movie, and and from what I'm learning, she was featured pretty prominently in one of the later Mortal Kombat animated movies as well. I never heard those too much stuff about those, but you know, she has some presence, so NRS has not completely forgotten her, and I think there's a good chance, and I would like to see her end up in Mortal Kombat 1. Alright, the third character I would like to see from the 3D era, I'm gonna have to give it to Lee May. Lee May seems to have some pretty good prominence from MKX. That was the last time we really saw her in that game. She was in the cutscene. She was basically an NPC, and we saw her with her people. Basically, she was trying to protect her people from Shinnok and Quan Chi in that game. So I'm wondering what she's doing right now. So her original tale goes as follows. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi enslaved her village. I forgot the name of her village, but she basically entered the Mortal Kombat tournament to fight for her people's freedom. So pretty simple heroine story. Who can't get behind that? She definitely seems to be on the good side. Maybe she'll be helping Fire God Liu Kang in the new story mode. But I don't really know what to really do with her gameplay. I remember back in the day, she basically was kind of like female Liu Kang in a way. She, she had her long range projectile blasts. I think she had a weapon too. Everybody had a weapon, but I forgot what weapon she had. But I do like her appearance. I think she's gonna provide a lot of eye candy for us Mortal Kombat fans. You can never get too much more of that. I think she was always a very popular character. She's in her being in MKX kind of does prove that they just haven't forgotten about her, and she was there for the hardcore Mortal Kombat fans. But like you guys pointed out to me in my last video, they're looking forward to bring new light and a new breath of fresh air to a lot of the 3D era characters, and I think this is a character they can easily make a fan favorite if enough effort is put into her. Alright, the second character that I really want to see from the 3D era, Azra. So this is a name I'm very surprised to see being thrown around a lot amongst the community as a character that people are predicting for the roster. And very surprised because there's really not much to Azra. I think she just appeals to a lot of us because her design is amazing. And I think based on her lore and her backstory, they can do basically anything that they want with her. So for those of you who don't know, Azra, while she does appear to be this innocent woman, she's actually a demon. She's a demon from the Netherrealm, and she disguises herself this way to appear, mysterious and completely innocent, so she can basically trap people and do horrible bad things to them. So her backstory is very, very cool. Very interesting to see how they would design her in the modern day, especially given if they stick to this backstory that they have for her. But because there isn't much to her, they can do basically completely anything they want with her and really expand on this. There's a lot of room for growth and a room for basically creating a whole new character with her, and I just hope that they at least keep the gigantic veil over her head. I think that is the best thing about her, honestly. And I would love to see this character come back. She seems like a great fit to expand on the game. It'll be a nice little nod to classic fans, but also something to look forward to for new age fans. And lastly, Havoc. Havoc was a character I actually really wanted in MK11 if they had done a Combat Pack 3 for that game. And I think he is a very prominent Mortal Kombat character. Debuted in Deception. I think a lot of people really liked his design. Basically, the bottom half of his face is completely gone, and it's just bone. You can just see the skull. So he always looks demented and depraved. Abilities are really cool. Basically, he's a cleric of chaos, meaning that he has a very chaotic fighting style, and he can basically get stronger the more damage he inflicts. Very cool to see how they would implement a mechanic like that in his gameplay. Maybe you have like a low health pool, but as his health gets lower, he does more damage, or like his frame data changes. That would be very cool. I think his design looks amazing as well. He can basically take over people's body too. He can survive really devastating attacks. And I think he will just have a lot of basically carefree moves, meaning like he would really like his moveset would consist of him hurting himself to inflict damage to the opponent. I'm thinking like his animations and he would just really fit the aesthetic and gory, visceral nature of Mortal Kombat, and I think that's why he should be the top contender for being in MK1. Yeah, I think they're missing out on this character completely. And he has a pretty good prominence in the Mortal Kombat X comic book. I actually never really got around to reading that comic book, but very cool stuff in there as well. And good to see that they haven't completely forgotten about him. I'm pretty sure he has a cameo appearance somewhere. I think maybe in an arcade ladder in Mortal Kombat 11. You guys let me know about that. But NRS certainly has not forgotten about him, and I think they are planning for his big return some way in the future. If not Mortal Kombat 1, definitely in a future Mortal Kombat iteration for sure. Alright, y'all, and there you have it. Those are my top 5 3D era characters that I would like to see in Mortal Kombat 1. So, we got Kenshi, Nitara, Li Mei, Azra, and Havoc. Alright, you happy now? I gave you 3D era characters some love. Don't kill me. Alright? Alright, y'all. 3D era characters, I think they have some cool ones. I honestly think I picked the best. I picked the best 5, honestly. I personally think I did, but you know, the OGs, I just really like the OG characters, guys. Sorry, I think most people do too, and I remember a lot of people complained about 11 with not having enough classic ninjas, so I think they're strongly going to rectify that in MK1. But you guys did bring it up to me before that Ed Boon, from a response tweet, did say that he was looking to rectify that in the future. But that doesn't necessarily mean it will be done with MK1. But I don't know. It's hard to meet best of both worlds when it comes to fighting game rosters. It's not going to satisfy everyone. But I'm not too worried about finding a character to play in these games. I'm very open-minded to these characters, and I can easily be made fan of someone that I'm normally not a fan of. But let me know what you guys think. Did I pick the right characters to be in MK1? What are some of your favorite 3D era characters? Who did I forget? Who would you take out? Let me know. Sound off in the comment section. Have a great day, y'all. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and stay real, y'all. Peace.